Harris! Hi. Not you again, lol. I'm not lending you money again, Dexter. No! I want some advice. I told you that I have a girlfriend. I was actually thinking of proposing to her. Seriously? Seriously. Is that the woman you were talking about at the New Year's party? It's a little sudden, isn't it? You can only have been dating her for half a year at most. She and I are meant to be. She's so beautiful, kind, and smart. She studied abroad so she can speak Spanish and French. Wow, that's awesome. Right? She's from a rich family, and she looks elegant and classy. Where did you catch such a good woman? What is she doing with you, lol? Shut up. She's the one who asked me to start dating. She said, "You look at me for who I am inside, not just my appearance." She said she's never had a partner like that before. You don't believe me, do you? Anyway, I decided to propose to her. Well, since she's such an amazing person, you should propose to her soon. Before she gets taken by someone else. Don't say that. So, here's what I wanted advice for. I'm thinking of inviting her out to dinner and then proposing to her. But I wanted to ask you what kind of restaurant would be good. You're the right person to ask, since you run a restaurant, right? In that case, you can use my restaurant. I can get your table laid out how you want. Really? Are you sure that's okay? Your place is really popular, so it's difficult to make reservations, right? It's your special day. I'll keep the best table for you. Thank you. Oh, great, Harris. Don't worship me, lol. Thank you for dinner, too. No, you're paying, buddy. Where are you now, Eve? I'll be waiting for you inside the restaurant. But if you can't find it, I'll come get you. Got it. But sorry for being late. I'm walking while looking at the map now. I should be arriving soon, so it's okay. Lol. Should be. You're bad with directions, as usual. Well, yeah. I've never been around here before. It's a restaurant run by your friend, right? Yep. It's a very popular French restaurant. It's got classy decor and the food is delicious. I think you'll like it for sure, Eve. I even got us a VIP table. Wow, I'm looking forward to it. So, you're sitting alone at a VIP table at such a fancy restaurant, Dexter. It kind of doesn't suit you. Shut up. But I'm aware that it's a bit fancier than the places I normally go to. So hurry up, but get here safely, lol. I have to do both? Oh, I think I found it. There is a signboard with a French name on it outside. Yes, I found it. But what is this? Oh, the name. The name of the store is written on the signboard, but I still can't remember it, lol. Oh, when you get inside, the reservation's under my name. Then they should guide you to our table. Eve? What happened? Aren't you inside yet? Maybe you're in a different restaurant? Hey. Dexter, are you okay right now? I have something to apologize to you for. Why do you need to apologize? She's the one who's sorry about today. Even though you prepared the finest food, I wasted it. I was waiting for about 2 hours outside since then. Eve didn't arrive after all. I failed to propose to her. Lol. I'm sorry. I know you did me a favor. This was a success for me, though. Huh? Sorry, Dexter. But you didn't fail. I was the one who sent Eve home. What? What do you mean? You're kidding, right? Because this isn't funny. I'm not kidding. I was the one who did something to ensure she didn't come. What the hell? Stop messing around. I thought you were my best friend. What did you do to Eve? I think it's understandable for you to be pissed because I did this without asking. But before that, I want you to listen to me. What is it? I don't know what I'll do to you if you can't convince me that you had a good reason. I'm fuming. All right. She didn't come in because of the French written on the letterboard in front of the building. What? I thought that was just some of the food you served there. Because it's in French, you wouldn't notice it at first glance. It's not. I know what you're planning, Elias Barrett. Those are the words I put on there. What? I don't get it at all. Why would Eve go home because of that? I met someone named Elias Barrett through work 2 years ago. There was a woman named Eva who promised to get married to Elias, but Eva's parents were in debt. Elias gave Eva $35,000 in good faith. Then, a few days after handing it over, Eva suddenly disappeared. In short, it was a marriage scam. Also, when Elias researched her background, Eva's story was full of lies. Her name was fake too. What does that have to do with Eve? The characteristics of Eva that I heard from Elias 2 years ago matched your girlfriend. She was elegant and looked like a classy lady from a rich family. She was fluent in multiple languages and spoke a little French. And she often said to him, "You look at me for who I am inside, not just my appearance." She also said that she never had a partner like that before. Are you saying Eve is the same person? That sounds like something out of a movie. I'm not convinced that Eve is a marriage scammer because of that. Then why do you think Eve left yesterday? Well, maybe because there were weird words written on the restaurant signboard. I don't think so. There are lots of restaurants and businesses that use foreign languages to get people in when they have no idea what it means. I was banking on her knowing exactly what it meant, though. And it looks like I was right. Weren't you able to confirm by showing Elias a photo of Eve first? I think I posted some of her on Instagram. I wanted to do that, but Elias changed his number. The only contact details I had for him were for work. I only knew him for a short while. I just wish you'd told me first. But I might have been angry if you did that. Sorry. I did wonder if I should tell you, but without evidence, I couldn't really say that she was a scammer. I still wish you'd said something. Before the proposal, I thought I could get in touch with Elias, but the response from Elias's former company was late. That's why I decided to try your girlfriend. The meaning of that French message would only be understood by that same scammer who deceived Elias. Yeah, but maybe she went back for some other reason. It's possible that they just have some similar qualities. No, that's not the case. What? I just finally got in touch with Elias. I showed him Eve's photo to confirm. Now I know she's the same person. You're kidding. She's a marriage scammer. But Eve was so good to me. I can't believe it. You really loved her, and you looked so happy with her. I was. She's the first woman I've really wanted to marry, because she was so amazing. Even if she's a former marriage scammer, I'm fine with living with her to help redeem herself. Of course, if she does love me. Dexter, if you like her so much, I had no right to stop you. I'm sorry that I snooped about her and tested her without telling you. I understand if you hate me. But I thought maybe you would be betrayed and hurt like Elias. I couldn't stay silent. Because you're my best friend. I know. You're not someone who would tell such lies. I know you did it out of concern for me. But she was also special to me, so my mind still can't process all this. So you believe me? Well, I've known you longer than Eve. But you get it, right? Even if I know it in my head, my heart doesn't want to believe it. Yeah, I think I would be very confused if I was in your position, Dexter. I don't think what you're saying is a lie. But I also do want to believe in Eve. That's why I want to solve this for myself. I want to know how Eve truly feels. Dexter, you really are amazing. You're very forgiving. Maybe too much, which is why I'm worried. You didn't need to say that last part. Sorry, lol. Okay, then let me know if you need any help. I'll help you in any way I can. Thank you. Then, first of all, I want you to get in touch with Elias. Eve, where are you? I'm worried because you suddenly stopped texting back yesterday. Can you respond? A friend of mine who runs yesterday's restaurant said something strange to me. He said that you're dangerous, so I should break up with you. I got angry and I cut ties with him. I thought he was my best friend. I'm honestly really disappointed. Did he do something bad to you? If he did, I'm really sorry. I'm sure he was jealous of me having a girlfriend like you, Eve. But no one is in our way now. So from now on, let's live together. Dexter, hi. Eve. Oh, I'm glad. I was so worried about you. Yesterday, I got a call saying that my dad suddenly collapsed. I hurried back to my parents' house. I was so upset that I couldn't bear to pick up the phone to contact you. I'm sorry. So we can't meet for a while. I have to help around my parents' house and take care of my dad. Well, how's your dad's condition? Not good. He's not exactly okay because he had a stroke. Oh no. Where are you now? Your parents' home? I'm heading back home right now. I thought I'd go to my parents' house again after I get some stuff from my house. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. You don't have to worry about me. Actually, I was going to propose to you yesterday. What? Really? I'm sorry I couldn't get back to you at such an important time. Don't worry about it. It was natural in that situation for you to worry about your dad more. So if you are in trouble, I want to help you, Eve. Is there anything I can do at all? Of course, if I'm bothering you, I can give you some distance. No, not at all. I'm happy. I hoped you'd propose to me. I feel the same way as you, Dexter. Really? But, you know, I have a problem. What is it? It's about my dad. He's been sick for a long time and hasn't been able to work as much as he wanted. So now he's in a lot of debt. How much is the debt? $35,000. That much? I know it must be hard to believe. So while I'd love to marry you, Dexter, we can't get married until I pay off my parents' debt first. I see. So, well, I'm really sorry to ask you this, but... I get what you want to say, Eve. The next part is where I give you $35,000, right? What? It's exactly as Elias said. I'm shocked. What's wrong? Who is Elias? Elias Barrett. He's the one you cheated out of $35,000 with your marriage scam 2 years ago. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean. You must have been surprised to see those French words written in front of the restaurant yesterday. Did you write that? My best friend tried to test you to protect me. He didn't tell me either until afterwards, though. My friend had a business relationship with Elias when he was deceived by you. When I heard the story, I thought that the scammer's behavior and characteristics sounded similar to you. Huh? At first, I got angry with my friend because he thought you were a scammer. But he wouldn't lie to me, so I asked Elias to check your photo. I've been speaking to him since yesterday, and I asked him lots of things about you. His experience with you was almost exactly the same as mine from the time I met you. I finally realized that I was being played for a fool. Hey, did you approach me for money from the very beginning? Was everything you told me a lie? Eve, I'll forgive you if you apologize to Elias and redeem yourself. Are you stupid? Why would I do that? What a shame. I was so close. Eve. No, I guess that's a fake name too. Then that story, that your parents are rich and your father is sick. And your entire background that you told me. It was all made up. Well, if you were rich, you wouldn't suddenly get into debt because of illness. It's also only been just half a year since we met. Yeah, that's right. But if you think about it, a woman with a background like that was never going to date you. I thought I caught a real easy mark, but what a pity. If you get it now, don't get in touch with me again. I'll be really annoyed. What you're doing is a crime, Eve. I hadn't handed over my money yet, but Elias already gave you an engagement ring. Didn't he even buy you an apartment to move into together after you got married? Stop hurting people any more than you already have. Apologize to Elias and hand yourself in to the police, too. I heard that you have other victims, too. You'd have a lot of charges against you. Are you trying to be a hero here? Oh, my sides hurt. Why would I turn myself in? Lol. Of course I'll just run away. You idiot. Lol. You bought me handbags and treated me to dinner lots of times. Thank you for giving me a good time. Lol. I see. I'm glad I know what an awful person you are. I honestly had some doubts about accepting this side of you. Thanks. Then, from now on, you'll be reflecting on your actions behind bars. What are you talking about? You said you were heading home earlier. I've already reported this to the police and Elias. I think you were preparing to skip town, so you went home to prepare. I think the police and Elias should be there soon. You tricked me. You're the one who tricked me first. Besides, I wanted you to pay for your crimes, Eve. If you really did love me, I wouldn't have cared about your past as a marriage scammer. Quit screwing around. I didn't ask you to have feelings for me. I don't even like you in the slightest. You'll regret what you've done to me. I'll remember this. I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I was played by a woman like you. But I'm an idiot, so maybe I'll forget about you soon. Unlike me, though, Elias still hates you very much after all this time. He found the best lawyer for this job in these last 2 years. He said that he's going to destroy you in court. Are you serious right now? Hey! The police are surrounding my apartment! Of course they are. Because you've scammed so many people, Eve. The police are really looking forward to catching you too. Fine. Hey, Dexter, save me. I want you to tell them that I'm not at my apartment anymore. Then I promise to never do this sort of thing. I won't ever commit a crime again. I will support you as your wife for the rest of my life. So please. You might have tricked me if you said that before you showed me your true nature, lol. But I can't just let criminals go. Either way, I was going to report you. Enough! I couldn't get any money from you. You were useless till the end. I'll never approach someone like you again. Stay single forever, you gullible idiot. If that's true, maybe I've done a favor to the other men of the world. This was my first time meeting such a horrible person. Thank you for being the worst until the end. Harris! Hi. Oh, Dexter, you finished talking to the police? You must be tired. Thank you for everything, Harris. You're a lifesaver. Don't exaggerate, lol. I'm sorry that I blamed you at first. If you didn't act, I'm sure Eve would have just found more victims. You're a really great guy. Stop it. You're embarrassing me. So, what are you doing now, Harris? Want to go for a drink now? I'm painting over the French words I put on the signboard. I can't just leave it as is. I'll charge you for the repairs. What? Don't you know the trouble I just went through? You could be a little nicer to me. Then come help me. When it's over, I'll buy you a drink. All right then. It is also my fault. You really are a pain in the ass as a friend, you know that? I'll work on my ability to see red flags in a woman. But if I make the wrong choice again, can you help me? I'm counting on you as my best friend, Harris. After that, the court deemed that Eve owed Elias $50,000 for the money she scammed him out of and for emotional damages. Marriage fraud usually involves both civil and criminal trials. Also, in the criminal trials, she was sentenced to 5 years in prison because of her multiple victims. Eve is now in a woman's prison and lives in an environment far from her former glitzy lifestyle. For Eve, who lived a life of freedom and luxury with the money and gifts she scammed men out of, I'm sure it would have been unbearable for her to be arrested and put in prison. Eve could no longer do her beauty treatments and makeup, so her glamoured-up appearance faded at every trial appearance. Elias said she looked unrecognizable by the time she went to prison. I want her to truly regret what she did behind bars for the next 5 years. I'm trying to heal too, because I was hurt by this whole thing. I decided to go camping with Harris to distract myself with some fun. I'm having fun every day, so I think I'm content to enjoy single life for a while. When I get another girlfriend that I want to propose to, I'll ask Harris what he thinks.
Hey, Dylan, are you at the house still?
Huh? Oh, hey, Taylor. Yeah, I'm still at home. How come?
Oh, okay. You're going to need to leave in, the next 10 minutes.
What? Why?
I need the house.
Huh? The whole house? Why?
I'm getting my hair done, and my hairdresser is coming to the house to do it.
But why do you need the whole house for that? Surely you can just do it in the kitchen, can't you?
Actually, no, I can't. My friends are coming over as well, and we want the house so that we can have a girls' day. We can't do that if you're sulking around the place.
But, Taylor, I have a load of work that I need to do, so I can't really leave the house for long because I need a steady internet connection.
What? Are you on about that stupid stuff you do on the computer? That's not a real job, you know? I mean, I doubt you're even doing anything. You're probably just sitting at home all day playing games, whilst me and your brother are out all day working hard to get the money to pay the bills. How about you do everyone a favor and stop being such a leech, okay?
Well, that's not fair. I'm not just sitting and playing games. I'm actually working really hard. Yes, I might not have to go out to work like Tristan does, but it's still work. I just got lucky enough to be able to work from home. And besides, you don't even have a job. You don't work at all. You just take all of Tristan's money and use it for yourself. Last month you even took so much that he had to ask me to cover a bit of his rent. You didn't even buy anything useful, just some shoes.
They weren't just some shoes. They were Louis Vuitton. Do you even know how jealous everyone is when I wear them? They are some of the most expensive and sought-after shoes in the world.
And are they worth Tristan not having any money for anything else?
Yeah, he doesn't mind. He'd have told me not to buy them otherwise.
He didn't even know you were getting them. And if I recall correctly, he asked you to take them back, and your response was to wear them outside and scuff the bottoms up, just so that you could say that they wouldn't accept them as a return now.
Oh, whatever. Look, just get out of the house. In fact, whilst you're at it, why not just take all of your things and just not come back?
Huh? What are you going on about now?
You heard me. I want you out of the house. Permanently.
You're kicking me out?
That's such a harsh way to put it. Think of it more like an eviction.
That's exactly the same thing, and in no way less harsh. Anyway, I'm not going anywhere. We can have a talk with Tristan later if there are some issues that need to be resolved, but for now I'm staying here and I'm doing my work.
Ugh, why do you have to be so awkward? Look, just get out of the house. That's all I'm asking. You don't need to live there, so you can go and find your own place so that me and Tristan can finally live together like a proper couple. I don't want to live with my husband's dorky little brother for the rest of my life. I want my own house and I want it now. So you need to leave, ASAP.
Wow, so this is what you really think, huh? You really hate me, is that it? So much so that you want to kick me out of the house?
Yeah. I mean, why are you even living with us in the first place? Are you really that poor and lazy that you can't earn enough money to get your own place to live? Just how pathetic are you?
I'm not just gonna move out simply because you told me to. In fact, I think I'm gonna have a word with Tristan when I get home later and we can talk about your behavior and how you've been treating me.
You're seriously going to go and tattle on me to your brother? Really?
I'm dealing with this conflict like any mature adult should. I'm gonna have a proper conversation about it with the people who it concerns. And my brother just happens to be one of them.
Ugh, whatever.
Now, I can leave for an hour so you can get your hair done if you'd like, but it can't be more than 1 hour.
Fine. Just leave the house for 1 hour. At least that way I'll have some personal time without having to deal with you.
Okay, then I guess I'll be back in an hour.
Or, don't come back at all. That's an option.
I'll see you in 1 hour. Hey, Tristan, sorry to bother you while here at work, but I really think that we all need to have a good, long chat tonight about our living situation. Hey, bro, it's alright. And what do you mean? Has something happened? It's just, Taylor's basically just messaged me and tried to kick me out of the house. What? Why would she do that? She said something about wanting a place for just you and her, which, I do get considering you're a couple and all, but to do that, I think we'd all need to chat about how things are at the minute. Yeah, no, of course, it's probably for the best that we all talk things through. Thanks, bro. No problem, I'll see you tonight then, yeah? Yeah, definitely. See you later. Taylor, what have you done? Why is all my stuff on the sidewalk?
Oh, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. Why is all my stuff outside in the front yard?
I told you, I want you out of the house. This is our home and neither one of us wants you here anymore. Trust me, I know because I messaged him and he said that he agreed with me. So you should just take your stuff or whatever's left of it and get out of here already.
Well, I know for a fact that's not true because I spoke with Tristan earlier and he said that he agreed with me. But apparently you've decided to take matters into your own hands and totally destroy everything I own.
Well, I thought you just needed a bit of a helping hand to get the message. Now that all of your stuff is already outside, you can just pick it all up and go live somewhere else.
You've really gone too far this time, Taylor. It's starting to rain. All my things are gonna get soaking wet. This isn't funny.
It kind of is from my point of view.
You are such a horrible woman. I don't know what my brother saw in you when he decided to marry you.
Blah, blah, blah. Just get lost already.
You're definitely gonna regret doing this.
Oh, I'm so scared. As if.
You won't be mocking me soon.
And why is that?
You'll find out soon enough. Dylan, where are you? How come you're not at home, and where's all your stuff? Why don't you ask your wife? Taylor took all my things out of the house and chucked them on the sidewalk in the rain. I've had to gather everything up and put it all into storage. I'm currently in a hotel for the night before I can get a new place sorted. Oh, hang on. You're moving out? Yeah, I can't deal with Taylor anymore. This was the last straw. I'm only glad that I took my laptop with me when I went to the cafe so that I could get some work done. If I hadn't done that, then someone walking by the house could have just taken it. I've already lost some of my things because people have simply helped themselves thanks to Taylor. Jeez, I'm sorry she's done that. Let me just have a word with her. Look, I'm sorry to say this, Tristan, but I can't live with her. As long as she's about, then I won't be moving back in with you. I see. Okay then, leave it with me. I'll make sure that everything gets sorted out properly. Huh? Don't worry about it. Okay?
Dylan, hey, how are you? Look, about the other day, I don't know what came over me. Just chucking all of your things out like that? So rude. So, I know I said that I didn't want you living with us anymore, but maybe I was just a bit hasty. We can all fit into the house. It is quite a big one after all, lol.
So what's brought all this on then?
Well, Tristan may have mentioned something about needing to split the rent or something like that, but it's truly not about the money. I honestly would just miss you being in the house. Although, if you could come back and start contributing towards the rent and bills again, that would be good.
Ah, I see. So you finally found out that to actually live in the house, you need me to help pay the bills, huh?
Maybe.
What happened to my job not being a real job and that I'm just playing games or something stupid like that?
Well, I don't get it, but Tristan told me that you actually earned more than him. But surely with that amount of money, you could just pay the rent and we could live a bit better? It wouldn't be too much skin off of your nose now, would it?
So first you wanted to kick me out of the house, saying that I was a lazy bum who contributed nothing to your life, and now you want me to come back simply so I can pay the rent and bills and you can go and spend even more of Tristan's money? Yeah, I don't think so.
But you've got to. I don't want to go and live in some dingy little flat simply because Tristan's not earning enough.
Have you ever thought of you getting a job so you can actually help out paying for things? Not to mention that you'd have your own money to spend on whatever you want then, instead of using all of Tristan's.
Oh, please. As if someone like me was meant to work a menial job like you. I deserve a life of luxury.
Well, I hope that luxury can be found in the dollar store because it sounds like you and Tristan are gonna have to cut back on your spending if you're gonna afford to keep living in that house.
Ugh, see, this is why I don't like you. You're just so selfish.
Says you.
Whatever. Me and Tristan can figure something out. At least I'm rid of you now.
Uh-huh, sure.
What did you say to him?
Huh? Say to who?
To Tristan, of course.
I've not spoken to him today. Why?
Because he's saying that he wants a divorce.
What?
Yeah, he's saying that he's come to realize that the person I actually am is not one that he can see himself spending the rest of his life with. He said that he wants to be with someone who doesn't make his life harder by spending all of his money and someone who actually works to help contribute towards the house. But he said the most important thing was that whoever he is with needs to get along with his family. Most importantly, his brother. So, what did you tell him about me?
Oh, wow, he actually said that?
Yeah. He also put all of my things on the sidewalk outside of the house. Can you believe he did that? I didn't even do anything wrong.
Well, maybe you need to go away and reflect on your behavior. It might do you some good for the future.
Whatever. I don't need your stupid advice right now. Just get me back with your brother. It's your fault we've split up.
Well, I know that's not true in the slightest. Besides, he's my older brother and he can make up his own mind about who he likes and who he doesn't. I'm not gonna try and persuade him to be with someone he doesn't want to be with, especially when that person is a horrible narcissist who cares about no one but herself.
Some brother-in-law you are. You're just useless to me. I mean, where am I supposed to go now? I've got nowhere to live.
Well, there's plenty of flats available.
Ugh.
Anyway, if you got nothing left to say, I'm gonna go. I've got some things to move back into my old house.
Hey, you've got to help me. I don't want to live a normal life like everybody else. Get back here, Dylan. Dylan!
After hearing what my brother did, kicking out his wife and getting a divorce from her, I thanked him for backing me up. I then moved back into the house that we shared and went back to paying half of the rent and the bills. Now that Taylor was gone though, Tristan had a lot more money to spare and he was even able to buy himself some things that he'd been wanting for quite a while. As for Taylor, I heard that she had to get a job at a local supermarket. I do see her around from time to time when I shop, and she doesn't look like she's living a life of luxuries at all. I think she ended up renting a flat in town, which was nowhere near as nice as the house that me and my brother lived in. But sometimes life needs to deal you a pretty big lesson in order for you to shape yourself up. I just hope it works for Taylor.